Hey guys, I'm back. For all you Android fans, this is a video for you. Today I'm going to be reviewing the top free apps for an Android phone. I've got with me my Google Nexus 1 to kind of go through all the apps and show you what all the hype's about. Alright, so the first app that I'm going to talk to you about is the app to SD. Now this app comes in very useful because with most Android phones, in fact what happens is that all the apps that you download from Marketplace are stored on the phone memory, which in most phones is not really large, and so then the phone memory gets clogged up. Now what we obviously want to do is to move those apps onto the SD memory card. That process is actually tedious and difficult. So let me show you how you would have to do it without this app first. You'd have to open this up, go to Manage Apps, and over here you actually see all the apps that you have downloaded in the phone with huge amount of apps. You have the ones specifically on your SD card. Now this whole interface is not very user-friendly. It's not really easy to kind of go through. What app to SD does is it actually makes the entire process far more streamlined, and it makes it a one-touch process, which is really helpful. What we have here are we have the phone-only applications. So these are the applications that are only on my phone. These are the applications when I flip to on SD card that you can see on my SD card. Now my SD card is actually full, as is my phone. So that's why when I go to the movable tab, you actually see no movable applications found from the storage. But if I did have any applications that I wanted to move from my phone to the SD card, you would see it pretty much exactly like this. And you would just have to click on that application and you'll be able to move to SD card. So, which is really helpful. Now, another thing I wanted to just show you here is if we look at the original kind of Manage Apps application, what you'll see is all of these applications. You'll have a bunch of them that, you know, some of these are like 12 KB, 4 KB. Now if I wanted to move these apps, really it doesn't make much of a difference. I could move to phone, but I'm really not freeing up a lot of space because it's only 12 KB. I don't really need to know about all of these little applications. So what app to SD does is it actually streamlines and it actually shortlists all of the applications that make sense to even try to move from the phone onto the SD card. I really find this application extremely user-friendly and very useful, so it really makes my life easier when I'm working on an Android phone. So now what I want to show you is the next app, which is Easy Battery Saver. So if I just click on Easy Battery Saver, which is a fabulous application, this is my home screen, what I get to see first. So it tells you right away how much battery life you have left and what your current savings mode is. So if I just, and it also shows you right over here your talk time, you have 4.3 hours, web surfing time, audio playback, and video playback, which I think are incredibly handy tidbits of information that you might need. Now, if I go into the mode, you have normal mode, which won't do any battery optimization, but it does keep your phone working as normal. You have the intelligent power saving mode, which I would actually think is the best thing to keep your phone on because it automatically decides what to turn on, what to turn off, depending on your usage, and it really is the best mode to keep your phone on. Now, if you are advanced and you know exactly how you want to use your phone, you can choose advanced customized mode, and that allows you to go in there and decide to turn Wi-Fi off, turn mobile data. Like, they give you all the options that you can actually use in order to save your battery. So let me just actually go back to normal mode so you can see the brightness that changes with normal mode. So as you can see here, it's gone into quite a bright mode. So, but when I turn on intelligent power saving mode, it'll kind of dull down a little bit just to save a little bit of power. Okay, so now if I go into consumption, because of the AMOLED display, obviously this display is actually taking up 86% of your battery. And then, you know, you have down here all the other things that are taking up, all the other applications that are taking up any amount of your battery, the rest of them which are negligible. The other thing I really like here are the tutorials, and you actually just slide by your finger and you can see different little ways and tips and tactics on how to save your battery temperature. You know, 0 to 45 degrees is suitable for battery charging. Make sure you take your cell phone cover off when you charge your battery, because it kind of heats up and that shortens the life of your battery. It's bad for the battery life. Things like that, disabling Wi-Fi. I found the tutorials incredibly helpful. So the next app that I'm going to talk to you about is MX Video Player. Let's just open up a video here. Let's try this one. The MX Video Player is actually a really cool application. What you can do is if you just swipe up and down, you actually have the option to adjust volume. So that is really nice. That was on the right hand side, and then if you swipe up and down on your left, you can increase or decrease brightness. So let's kind of put it here at a nice sort of brightness level. Now the other really cool thing is obviously you can press and hold the bar here, so you get to go to whichever position in the video that you want to go to. So the other thing that you can do is you can actually zoom out and you can zoom in just with the pinch of your fingers, which is a really cool sort of feature that even most PCs, I don't think any PC has right now. So I really enjoy this feature. Now what you want to do is if you get it to the exact settings that you want, you can also just lock your screen, and that way nothing that you do here will actually change. And to unlock it, obviously there's your trusty unlock button. The other thing you can do is you can kind of tap this button here on the right hand side to fit to screen, to stretch, to crop, to do whatever you want. The other thing is that this supports multiple, in fact all formats, and it also supports the .srt file type. So for the subtitles, you can even get that onto this MX Video Player. I really like this application. It's incredibly innovative and a lot of fun to use. Okay, so the next app that I'm going to show you is actually WinAmp. So I'm sure everybody knows what WinAmp is, and for those of you who don't, you must have been living with your head in the sand like an ostrich. No, but what they've done is they've actually ported the WinAmp that was originally on the PCs, ported it onto an Android device, so it's got all the same fabulous features that it did have before. So I'll show you here on the device. You go into, you've got your playlist, and you can see your recently added, recently played, so that's great. You go back and you can see all your songs, whatever you've got over there. Album genres. Shoutcast is something I'd like to show you. Shoutcast is actually all your internet radio stations, so it's great because you can select based on genres, and it'll just download the data for you then, and you'll get to listen to internet radio, which is fabulous. So if we go back into the player, you also have free music. They'll have spinners and the full CDs, whatever music that WinAmp is promoting right now, you'll get that as well. And the one thing though that does not come with the free downloaded version of WinAmp is the equalizer. So if I open equalizer up, it'll show you right here that in order to get equalizer, you actually have to update to WinAmp Pro at a cost of $4.99. We have an equalizer that we can download free from Marketplace as well. So let me show you that. So I've opened up equalizer here. So what you can see is that you have an option to enable auto detect for presets. So that means that, you know, it'll automatically detect and apply the preset for the type of music you're listening to, whether alternative rock, hip hop, reggae, what have you. Now you can actually go into the equalizer and, you know, mess around with it yourself. So it gives you a lot of customization for those who really enjoy that. Okay, so if we play the song, what I'm actually going to show you is what the equalizer can do. Alright, so then what you want to do is you want to just go to the task manager by holding down the home screen button, clicking on equalizer, and over here you've got the bass boosters. So just take a listen. I'm going to decrease it completely. Yeah, you can hear that the bass has really gone down, and now I'm going to pull it right up. If we can just take a listen to that, you can tell that the bass has increased there. Now we can fool around with the virtualizer. So that really allows you to sort of hear the music as though not like it's just in the headset, but you're actually feeling a surround sound sort of atmosphere. So with virtualizer, you can increase or decrease the intensity as you want. So I've just done that. It sounds a whole lot better. And if I just show you, if I was to actually shut these off, you'll hear the difference there. Now, of course, this is a lot better when you actually have headphones on, and you can actually hear the difference. I completely understand that it's probably hard for you. So let's just take a look at the reverb preset, because so here you have the reverb preset. So you can just change sort of the sound based on whether you've got like large room, medium room, if you want that kind of sound, large hall, medium hall, that sort of thing. So I put it on large room right now, so you'll just kind of get that sort of sound, which is lovely. So that's it for my equalizer. It's actually a really fun tool, and it makes the experience with WinAmp a lot better. All right, so that was my take on the top 5 free apps that you get on your Android phone. Let me know what you think by leaving a comment, subscribing, and liking my channel. Take care.